Hello, 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 and welcome back to another video with Andrea Simmons, aka Luminous, with Luminous's Intuitive Talks, brought to you by Luminous's Divine Healings, where we receive divine messages, warnings, advice, things we'd like to hear, and things we'd rather not. So let's go ahead and jump into today's video, which we'll be talking about not continuously investing in the same situations the same way and expecting a different outcome. So let's go ahead and jump right into that. All right, let's go. There comes a time in your life where you have to do something different. It comes a time where you just have to sit with self and really go within, especially when you know you've been doing something repeatedly and not getting anywhere with it. You can't keep doing the same things expecting a different result. This is the moment where you have to really use your discernment. You have to really look at what's going on, like the whole picture of what's going on. You have to look at what you've been doing. You have to look at the situation, and then you have to look at the outcome. This is the stage that most people do not like to dwell in. This is the stage where most people really don't want to observe. They don't want to see this. A lot of people know that, there's some kind of tower moment or destruction going on within their lives, but they go into a mode of comfort, being used to what they go through. They don't want to make those changes. They don't want to make those decisions. And it's usually because a lot of people don't want to put in that work. A lot of people don't want to make certain changes. A lot of people are just very comfortable where they are. And even if, it feels destructive and it's rocking the foundation, sometimes people have that fear to not move forward. Sometimes people don't know what to do or where to start, where to begin. But the main thing is to start with yourself. You have to start with yourself because you are the only one that can create that change for you. You are the only one who can use your own discernment and intuition, even when you are in a uncomfortable position or situation. Even if you know it's going to affect you dramatically or whoever's involved in the situation. So here's an example. You could clearly know that something is a problem, something is an issue, something is just not what it's intended to be. But a lot of people will try to ignore it and think that it'll blow over, or think that, maybe if I ignore it and I don't deal with it and I don't face it and I neglect it, it'll go away. People think the problem will just go away on its own. But in reality, we know that it's not going to go away on its own until you take the necessary steps to clear out that problem. There's also situations where people could be benefiting off of whatever situation it could be in the smallest way. And they'll hold on to that, because they think that benefit is, it holds weight. But in reality, it doesn't, because there's no stability behind it. There's no true foundation. There's no true stable foundation behind the situation. But just because the smallest thing is benefiting them, they will continue to hold on to this raggedy foundation or whatever that they have established. It's like some people will literally just be like, you know what, if I keep investing in this terrible situation, maybe it'll get better. Maybe if I keep putting in the work in this terrible situation, I can get a better outcome. But in reality, if there is no stable foundation from the jump, you're bound to have a tower moment. You're bound to have a destructive outcome. And that's what a lot of people don't realize. But some people do not like the truth. They don't like to see the truth. They don't like to see the reality of things. They don't like to go within. They don't like to, say, maybe I'm the problem. They don't like to say, maybe what I'm doing is wrong. A lot of people would like to mostly play the victim in situations. They like to say, oh, this is going on in my life because of this person, because of that person, because of what they did. But it's never, this is what's going on because I decided to do this dumb shit. This is what's going on because I decided to invest in this instead of that. This is what's going on because I didn't use the right discernment. I just jumped in and went after it, knowing it was a terrible idea. People will clearly know something is a bad idea and still do it. And that is insane. But at the end of the day, we all have been there. We all have made bad decisions. We all have thought to ourselves, hey, maybe if I keep putting in the work or keep trying to change this situation or keep trying to change that person or keep trying to, put in the work where I know I am not supposed to be anymore, it is what it is. But this is the part where we learn lessons. This is the part where we learn how to use our discernment. This is the stage where, you say to yourself, what is it that I truly want? What is it that I truly need? What do I need to leave behind, change, or resolve in order to have a better outcome? Those are the things that we have to say to ourselves. So we have to take responsibility and accountability for what we do. What does it say in the Bible? We have to take accountability for everything that is done in our body. That means every choice and decision that you make, you are solely responsible for that, because nobody is forcing us to do anything that we don't want to do. Nobody is forcing us to do anything that we know is not good for us. Okay? Nobody. That's like, I'll give you guys a good example. You know that, smoking is bad for you. You know that you shouldn't be smoking, or that you shouldn't be doing this certain addiction, or whatever it is. It could be anything. It could be any addiction, and it doesn't have to only be drugs. It doesn't only have to be alcohol. You could have a sexual addiction. You could have a addiction to overspending. You could have an addiction to gambling, wasting money, not knowing how to save. You could have an addiction to interacting with the wrong people. You can have an addiction to anything in the world, but you have to say to yourself, I don't want this anymore. I don't want to do this anymore. I don't want to associate myself with this anymore. And we have to have that discipline, and we have to have that complacency to say to yourself, enough is enough. And then we have to put our actions towards what we say we don't want anymore. We have to do that. I am one of those people to where I am a off and on smoker when it comes to Black and Milds. I know dang well blacks are not good to smoke. And I've quit a lot of times. I've literally gone a whole year without smoking my Black and Milds. But then I picked back up on the habit because I didn't continue with disciplining myself. I went right back to my habit and I started smoking my blacks again. A lot of me keep saying, I don't want to smoke these blacks anymore. I'm good on these blacks. But at the end of the day, I could say that all day, but am I really stopping? Or, when I go to the store and I get another black, I'm still smoking the blacks, knowing dang well I just said I'm going to stop smoking these blacks. I'm going to stop doing it, and still doing it. So, it's one of those things to where that you can achieve what you want to achieve, but you have to want to. Nobody's holding a gun to my head saying, smoke this Black and Mild. Nobody's doing that. I'm deciding to continue to smoke my Black and Milds. So, and I'm one of those people to where I'm totally comfortable with taking accountability for everything that I do. Okay, because I don't have time to blame it on this person or that person. I started smoking because I'm stressed out about this, or I started smoking because I just I started smoking again because I chose to. That was my sole decision. So that is an example. I'm not ashamed to put myself on a spot to give you guys an example, to show you guys, hey, we all have addictions. We all have our habits and our things that we like to, dwell in. But it's up to us to want to stop and not want to, and to have discipline, and keep being consistent in our discipline. It always, like I said, begins with you. It always begins with ourselves. You got to go within. You got to look at yourself, and you have to see what you invest in. You have to see what you did in order to be where you're at. So a lot of people don't like to do that, though. I don't know if it's because of an ego thing. I don't know if it's because people don't want to be put on the spot. People don't want to be embarrassed. People don't want to take accountability. I don't know what it is. Because you also have those who clearly know what's going on, and then they'll get mad because you're trying to help them and awaken them. How crazy is that? It's like, you know you need help, but then when you receive the help, it's rejected. It's like, okay, well, figure it out. I'm one of those people. I'm not going to force anybody to change. I'm not going to force change on anybody. We have our own free will. Whatever you do is whatever you do. That's your life. You're the one at the end of the day that's going to suffer more than anybody else in the outcome. It might definitely affect people around you, but you're the one that's going to be mostly affected at the end of the day. So you have to consider yourself. You have to look out for self, and you have to do what's best for yourself. But if you continue to invest in things that are not good for you, or continue to invest in things that you know that are going to have a bad outcome eventually, you're just going to have to face those consequences. Every action has a outcome. Every action has consequences to it, whether it's good or bad. So that's all I'm really here to tell you guys. I'm just here to help. I'm just here to open your eyes, to give you that little push, because I'm not that friend who enables you to keep doing stupid stuff. Not gonna high five you for doing dumb stuff. We're not gonna high five for being dumbasses. No, we're not. We are here to help each other, motivate each other, and to help each other be our best selves. That's what we're supposed to be doing. But nowadays, people are so hell-bent on tearing each other down, trying to outshine each other, trying to just be the best of the best. It's like, be the best for you. Stop trying to be the best for other people, or trying to create a illusion, for other people. Do things for you. Be better for you. And, your kids, your family, the people that really matter. Because a lot of people like to do stuff just to look great for everybody else. A lot of people like to put on masks and pretend to be what they're not, and all this stuff like that, just to appeal to others. It's like, to hell with others. Who cares what they think? Work on you for you. Fix you for you. If you want to go the right direction, then go the right direction. If they don't agree, so bye. Let them not agree. That's their lives, and you have your life. Neither one of your lives affects each other's lives when it comes to the decisions that you make for yourself. You're the only one that's going to be affected. So it's like, it's time that we grow up. It's time that we awaken. And it's time that we do better. We can't keep on trying to brush things under the rug and act like tower moments ain't happening when they are. When you know something needs to change, you have to put in that work for it to change. So that is today's message. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. And of course, you got people that like it. You got people that hate it. You got people that's like, shut up. What do you know? Da 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 da. What do I know? Experiences that I have experienced, and I have learned my lessons, and I have seen outcomes of different situations, and I'm trying to help you avoid what I have already been through. So, you can't help people in situations that you have never been in. I have been in a lot of situations, so I am able to help others overcome different things, because when you put in the work to change and to be better and do better, you have better outcomes. And I am enjoying the side of life with the better outcomes. And I want you to too. So thank you guys for tuning in again with Andrea Simmons, aka Luminous, with Luminous's Intuitive Talks from Luminous's Divine Healings. And I will catch you guys on the next video. Bye.